What's good, fam? Coach Rod here. This is part two of the previous video I just did. I want to talk about on this video how to avoid getting trapped or getting into a relationship with a narcissistic person. First of all, I want to say this. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor or nothing like that. I'm not a doctor. I am a life coach, a relationship coach, and I am a minister, of the gospel. So, this is just my perspective. I don't claim to be a licensed therapist or nothing like that. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I learned about narcissism through doing my research and through a lot of different people. Like one of them is, R.C. Blake's. He's one of my favorites when it comes down to, relationship topics and stuff like that. So I learned a lot from him. So I'm just putting all this stuff together from what I learned. And I'm doing it in my own way. I'm not copying off nobody else. I'm not trying to let nobody else. I'm only going to be me. So my perspective, you know, narcissism was here from the beginning. And the biggest narcissist is the devil because he influenced over a third of the angels in heaven and got kicked out of heaven. That was a narcissist. That's a narcissist move. That's what they do. They influence people. They manipulate people. They control people. And that's what the enemy do. That's what the devil do. Satan. If you want to know a lot about it from a spiritual standpoint, just read about Jezebel. Jezebel is a prime example of narcissism and where it came from. So narcissism been here from the day one. From day one. When I started like hearing other people speak about it, and I started doing my research about it, it made me realize that, I have been interacting with people that are narcissists at one point in my life. Like I had a boss was a narcissist. I was like, you know what? This sounds like the person I used to work for. And I realize now that I've been exposed around this narcissist stuff a long time. Let me tell you something. Even in the church, you got a lot of narcissists in the church. A lot of narcissist people in the church. So, that's where it came from, my opinion. Again, I'm not going to get all into it, the meaning of it, and with this and that and the other. I'm not going to get that deep. If you want to get that deep, do your research on that. I just want to give y'all my input on how to avoid getting trapped into a relationship with a narcissist. Now, if you're already with a narcissist, man, that's a whole other topic. I got to come back and I got to pray about that one. If you're married to a narcissist, Jesus, I got to pray about that one. But to the one who are single, this is pretty much for you. Number one, to avoid getting with a narcissist, you have to know who you are. You have to have a strong, number one, you got to know who you are. I'm going to say this. You got to know who you are. You got to know who you are and what you deserve in life. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what you deserve, you shouldn't even be dating. A lot of people who are dating and don't even know who they are and what they deserve. A lot of people are dating, don't even know what they want. They just dating just to be dating. Because when you ask me, Coach Rod, what kind of man should I look for? You don't know what you want. And again, it's just like you going to Red Lobster and the waitress say, what do you want to order? What I don't know what I want to eat. What should I eat? You asking the waiter what? And this is how some people do me. If you like that, don't focus on dating right now. You got to find out who you are, where you're going, and what you want. That's the first thing right there. I'm telling y'all from my experience, this is what I do. And what I'm describing to y'all, I'm describing y'all me, my personality. The second thing is you got to be good with being single. You can't be with a mindset you just want to be with a man. And many of y'all women with this deal, I got to have a man. Wait a man. And again, nothing wrong with desiring a man. Nothing wrong with desiring a husband. That's good. But you can't be to the point where your whole life is revolved around you being with a man. I just got to get with a man, You got to get rid of that mindset because a narcissistic person, they will prey on that. They know when a person is desperate. They know when a person is got low self-esteem. They can prey on that, and that's who they want. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna pick out your weaknesses, and then they're gonna use that against you to tear you down. And I'm telling you now, it works real good with people with low self-esteem, with people who don't know what they're doing, where they're going in life, who they are, what they deserve. They'll tear you down. You won't even know it. Before you know it, you're in love with this person. This is how they get a lot of people. So it first start, my opinion, it first start with that. Number 3, you gotta have a strong mindset. You gotta have a strong mindset. A weak-minded person, a narcissist would tear you up. So what you gotta do is you gotta build your mind up, build your self-esteem up, your self-confidence. Know who you are. Get a strong mindset. The 4th thing I want to say is you gotta have self-love. You gotta love yourself. And people might say, well, Cobra, I love myself. If you're at a stage in your life where you're not happy because you're single, you don't love yourself. Because one way to know whether or not a person loves themselves is they are happy being single. And if you're single right now and you're not happy, you don't love yourself. You think you do, but you don't. Because self-love is the most important level of love, type of love that you need in this life. And if you really did love yourself, you will not be lonely. It's impossible to say I love myself, but you are lonely. You know what lonely mean? See, a lot of people get lonely and being alone mixed up. You can be alone, but not be lonely. Alone means single. Alone means by yourself. Lonely means you are unhappy. You are sad because you're by yourself, because you ain't got nobody. And that is not self-love. And I'm telling you now, if you at that stage in your life right now, before you start dating anybody, you need to build your self-love up. And that's a whole nother video I'm going to do next coming up, how to build self-love. But you know, that's going to be my next video topic. But that's what you got to do. You have to develop self-love. You have to. You got to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you will not settle for any and everything. When you love yourself, you know what you want. When you love yourself, you know what you deserve. And when you are dating somebody, if you're not getting what you deserve, you're gonna walk away. I'm good at cutting folks off who's not good for my life. I cut you off. You can't be so caught up for a man, for a woman. You gotta be good with being single. Self-love. The 5th thing I want to say, you gotta ask questions. They come in your life telling you how much they want to marry you, they love you, they want to be with you. You don't sit down and believe everything they say. Again, that's a weak-minded person. You gotta sit there and look into their eyes, and you gotta ask questions. Because you are dating, like I said before, you should be dating to collect data. And how do you collect data? You collect data by asking questions. And I'm going to tell you something. A strategy you can use against a narcissist is you let him do the most of the talking, you do less talking. That's why in the Bible it even say be slow to speak and quick to listen. Because when you speaking, you ain't learning nothing. But when you listening, you can learn something more. You can learn more when you are listening. So what you want to do is you want to let them do all the talking. And this way, any relationship, when you first meet somebody, this for men and women. When you first meet somebody, and they tell all that yang, how much they're going to be with you, they love you, da 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 da. Okay, it sounds good. But that is time for you to start collecting data, asking questions. If a person don't want to answer your question, so you know what? They got an attitude. Well, why you asking all these questions? You getting on my nerve. You know what? You gonna answer my question. God bless you. Have a good life. Don't argue with nobody. People who got self-love, who know where they're going, got self-worth, they don't argue with nobody about that's your life. You have the right to ask questions about your life. You say you want me. You say you're in love with me. So why can I ask questions? Something ain't right with it. That's a red flag. So when a person don't want to answer your question, that's a red flag. And I'm telling you now, narcissistic people, they don't like for you to question them. They get agitated. They get, trying to figure them out. Oh man. So don't just sit there and do all the talking. And y'all women, y'all good at this. Y'all just do all yang. I want me a girlfriend, man. I want a man that love the Lord. And I want a man that love my kid. You just met this man. The first time you met this man. And the first thing you come out your mouth here, even if that man asks you, what you looking for in a man, don't tell him what you looking for in a man, because he gonna know what you want. Just say, just be yourself. You ain't gotta impress me. Now you turn the ball in his court. You ask him a question. What do you want? See what I'm saying? Don't sit there and just, I'm talking about in the beginning of the talking stage, the first conversation. They gonna try to pick your brain and figure you out. So what you gotta do is, you gotta turn that mess back on them. What you looking for in the man? Or same thing I said to the women, same thing to the men. Hey, just be yourself. You ain't gotta impress me. What are you looking for? You gotta put the ball back in their court. What you want to do is, you want to do less talking in the beginning. You want them to do the most of the talking, because when the person talk, that's when you can figure them out. But you doing all that yang, they figuring you out. And some of y'all women, you got that mess on Facebook, Instagram. I waiting on God to send me my Boaz. Everybody ain't gotta know that. Ain't nothing wrong waiting on Boaz. But you got all on Facebook, and these men see all that stuff. He gotta be God fearing. He gotta be this and that, tall, dark, and handsome, all that kind of stuff. You give out too many information. Now when that man meet you, he go on your Facebook page. Oh, okay. Oh, she want a Christian man. They start quoting scriptures and all. And some men, they are very good, and women too. It go both ways. They are some people, I'm gonna say people. Some people are very good at playing a role. And they will play a role of a Christian. They will marry you and get you in the bed and have sex with you. Use you. Women do it too. Just for your money. They will actually make her. I'm a Christian. I don't want to have sex with a man. Okay. They'll marry you and everything just to get what they want. That's why you don't tell you everything in the beginning. You let them do the most talking. This is a strategy that you can use against anybody, not just narcissists, but it's for anybody. But this really will help you avoid getting trapped by a narcissist. Shut your mouth and you ask them questions, because you should be dating to collect data. Collecting data is a strategy that everybody should have if they are dating to find out whether or not they are with the one for them. You got to collect data. You got to collect data. And how you collect data is shut up and you ask questions. If they ask you a question, keep it short, but you turn it right back on them in the beginning. In the beginning. I'm saying in the beginning. There's going to come a time as the relationship progresses, as you see that this person could be true and genuine, then you might want to, start sharing some things about you, because you're going to have to let people know eventually if y'all talking about dating and getting married and relationship, whatever. But in the beginning, you want to be quiet. You want them to do all the talking. I'm telling you now, if they're a narcissist, you'll pick that up, because they're going to be, yo, man, you so fine, you so beautiful, you so pretty, oh my God, you this and that. They're going to go on and on. And again, they're only going to compliment you on the superficial things. Not your personal achievement, like, you just got a promotion on your job and all that. They ain't going to stun that. All about your looks, and they're trying to get to you, trying to get in your head. So you have to shut your mouth and let them do most of the talking, and you will pick right up on it. You will pick right up on it. And then another thing I want to say, the last thing I want to say too is, is don't be so quick to express your feelings. I know it's just kind of hard, but you can do it. And you got to have your guards up. You got to take your time, have your guards up when you meet anybody. Have your guards up, and you want to sit right there and let them talk. And while they talking, you judging them based upon what they saying, what they saying to you. And then once you figure them out, you figure that, hey, this don't sound right. That's it. The last thing I'm gonna say before I close it out, I talked about love bombing. Love bombing is very important with a narcissistic person. They're gonna love bomb you. And if you ever turn down a person's gift and they get mad with you, cut it out right there. Cut it out right there. That's a controlling person, and that's not right. My thoughts, my opinion. Coach Rod, God bless you.